Perfect.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. Happy Sunday, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik-J, and this is my player partner, Boxiana, the Menace. How you doing, friend?
Girl, tired.
Is you tired? Are you tired?
Baby, I'm recovering, child. Listen, I ain't going nowhere else with her, y'all. You know what, Mike? I was listening to the intro. That's going to be hard to replace, friend. Like, I kind of almost don't even want to touch it.
I know.
Maybe we should just do the visuals and leave the sound.
I don't mind doing that at all. I love the sound. I don't want to change that either.
It's just a vibe. Like, you really don't like pay attention to it to come in and you really start listening to it. It really is a thing, like, for real.
It's time for the show. When you hear the intro, it's time. It's time. How you doing, Boxiana?
Damn, my head is tired.
Please explain to the people why your head is tired, friend.
Because I went to Vegas the last time we went and I had my little hair out and I didn't like it. So this time I didn't want to wear no wig and none of that stuff. So I was like, let me do a quick little half up, half down, little something. Dress make you tenderhead. You guys, the people with locks, y'all didn't warn me that this makes you tenderheaded. So immediately, we have so much to say today because I know my friend is going to tell y'all about me, and that's okay. I'm me everywhere I go, you guys. I'm never going to change. That's the one thing you're going to always get out of me. It's me.
Purr, poo, purr. Okay, we do have a lot to discuss, y'all. We missed y'all on Friday. It was so much going on. This came out of nowhere. We'll talk about that later. We're going to get the fights out of the way, and then we'll give you guys a recap of our experience covering the top ranked card in Vegas this weekend, how it all came about, what happened, all the good tea and whatnot. So y'all come on in the room, get comfortable. We do have a lot to cover. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you guys for being supportive with the posts. I know some of you all saw, some of you probably didn't. We had coverage of the press conference and the weigh-ins. Listen, y'all gonna have to bear with us, especially me trying to work my phone with my shaky hand and whatnot. We'll talk about it. Y'all come on in the room. And T-Cab Khan is the first one in the room. How are you doing? Our brother from the UK, RT, is in the house. How you doing? Behind the Lens TV, hey, how are you? Opulent LD TV is here. Bo D's at LA Bloomer. Georgia Peach Denise is in the house. Hey, Jason Pennywell. D21519 is here. Hey, Keisha Sellers girl, how are you? D-Town Funk is in the house. Delvaris Hall is here. Shaquila Fields is here. Eric O is in the house. Snoopy Mac is here. Hi, Mike Thrill Baby. How are you? Herb Winston is here. Cool Breeze is here. Shogun 76 is here. Y'all hit that like button on your way in, please, and thank you. 619 Cali Factor is in the house. A condo LDBC, nothing has come through. Marcus is here. Willie Williams, how you doing, Willie? Specs is in the house. Phenomenal Mexican is here. How are you? Tay Tay, the real queen of MMA. How you doing? Donald, now the 70-year-old G Grant. Well, Mr. Donald, how are you? I have not seen you in such a long time. I know, right? Thank you for coming through. Janae, my girl. How you doing, A-side girl? Let's see who else we got. Yeah. Janae, cut it out. Stop, girl, stop.
She sure know how to cut up, baby. When I tell you she has been cutting, she has been cutting.
Cutting up. Hey, G-Ball, how you doing? Listen, y'all, thank y'all for coming through. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Share the episode so that the rest of the YouTubers can know that the Queens of Boxing Talk are on live. Now, we're going to get into it because what are you cackling about?
That tickles me up so bad, y'all. I can't wait for us to get past these fights so we can talk about the weekend. The weekend was most important, you guys. Like, seriously, it was.
The weekend was a hoot. It was a good time. It was a hoot. Mark Harrison, Bionic Prince, Antonio Mayes. Y'all come on in the house. Come on in. Come on in. So listen, let's get into it because we did have 2 fight cards going on this weekend. We had the top ranked card in Vegas at the illustrious Fontainebleau Resort and Casino. And we also had a DAZN card going on down in, I believe, Cancun, Mexico. So listen. Let's get to the DAZN card and the one that we wanted to see. What's got you cackling? Okay. So the DAZN card. Friend, did you see Tevin Farmer and William Zepeda?
Friend, did I see the dog fight in that fight? I did. Friend, is that Dasani water?
It is.
Now, I know you're a little bit better than that, friend.
What?
That's the Dookie of all waters. I can't believe you drinking that.
Wait, why does Dasani got to be the Dookie of all water?
I can't believe you drinking that.
What's wrong with Dasani's Coca-Cola? No. I just got it on my way home. I just picked up some water.
When I seen it, I just got like
facts. Marcus, how you gonna say facts?
Water right now. So I'm telling you, friend, I can't believe you drinking that.
Okay, well
drink it. You drink it, but like we back at home. We back to bottom shelf. Don't worry, we ain't gotta be bougie no more. Let's drink up. I got a bad water too. So.
I was just gonna say, friend, you drinking great value water.
Yeah,
what
but
are you doing?
It's rare that I have to drink that kind of water, friend.
K-Meeks don't trust that Coca-Cola. Subpar quality.
I'm just okay.
Okay, listen. I used to drink water out the water fountain, out the hose, the rusty hose in the yard.
Me too, friend, but we got older, so that's the Aquafina, and that water is about equal.
Oh, I can't drink Aquafina neither.
I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I mean, I don't even know you.
Y'all don't have to give me a list of waters not to drink because I did not know. Oh my God. Gee.
For real?
You call me Bugetto.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Look at your name. Is that design? Y'all are Now, I do like Fiji water, man, Ray. I do. When I'm being a water snob, it's Fiji for me. But my God, I did not know. So tell me this. Was y'all doing all this snobbery doing COVID and whatnot? When y'all
Absolutely. That's when my snobby got really snobby. I stopped drinking that kind of water during COVID.
You know what, Erico? I'm finna go downstairs because usually y'all see me with my Barbie cup, right? And in my Barbie cup, I have my water that I purify and I drink it that way. So, friend.
Girl, I would rather you go get your booty.
Since y'all on me so tough.
I will handle this temporarily until you come back.
I shall return.
Oh my God, y'all. Did y'all see that? I am so shocked and embarrassed. I don't even know what to say, you guys. Wow. Not after, no, y'all, I gotta say this because she's gonna run down there. Not after she didn't had us drinking water out of the bottle that they come and pour for you all weekend. Like, We ain't been drinking regular water. And then she come home and she pull out Dasani, y'all. Holy balls. I don't even know what to say. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. But while y'all are coming in and we're waiting on my friend to return, we were talking about the Tevin Farmer fight. Um, I don't know. The timeline has been extra shady today because I was really trying to figure out why anybody could have been shading Tevin Farmer. Look, let's go back. Okay, I see y'all still talking about the water. I ain't even talking about. Let's go back because listen, she ain't been watching the pH test. She is drinking the poo dookie of waters, and she don't even understand. And she was shocked at me for saying something. I'm a real friend. Real friends don't let real friends drink bad water. If y'all see y'all friend with a bottle of that, just slap it out of their hands. Mr. Donald. Mr. Donald, y'all can't be drinking sink water no more. Y'all are not drinking sink water still. I'm so mad at y'all. Here she comes, and I know she's gonna have a lot to say. Welcome back, friend, and I hope you got some good water. Cause my Lord, I wouldn't let you go. Oh, okay, that's not water. That's not water. That's not water. That's not water.
I have my water, but since you talk so bad about the design, I figured I better chase that with a little bit of alcohol to kill whatever was in that water. So.
You need to, because you might have worms after that. That's the equivalent to sleeping with an old man, friend. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. I'm back. We're ready? Okay. Can y'all believe she did me like this about some water? Oh my God. The virus.
Yes, friend, because we fixing to have to start traveling and you need to be healthy.
Jesus Christ.
You might as well have went and got you a mix of peroxide and 90%, 90 proof. That's what you was just drinking, for real.
It's water.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Have you ever noticed them fighters ain't never had a Dasani bottle in their corner?
I really don't be paying attention. I just be making sure that the cap is not pre-opened. That's all.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
Look
ma'am.
at D215. Dasani is the absolute worst.
Friend, you're going to have to look into the water. That's basically what you're drinking, sink water. Now,
Mexico?
No, friend. Not Mexico. You drinking water out the Hudson, friend. That's basically what you drinking. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You drinking water out the Hudson.
Okay, y'all gonna make me. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have my friend doing some water research.
I'm not doing no research. I believe y'all. I know all of y'all ain't lying to me. My bad. I just grabbed some water and went to the counter at the gas station, child. I think the wine is doing its job. It's gone, Janae. It's gone. It is gone. Okay, so listen. Let me recenter. Okay, so we back on it. Boxing. The DAZN card. Did you talk about Mr. Farmer and Mr.
No, I waited for you to come back.
Okay. Oh, did we get our super chat from Mr. Donald?
No, I was waiting for you to come back.
Mr. Donald, thank you so much. He came in, he didn't say a word. He just hit us with 22 buckaroos, and we appreciate that. Okay. Thank you so kindly, Donald, the 70-year-old. You remember, I remember when we first came to know Mr. Donald, he was like the 64-year-old, the 65-year-old.
I remember.
So nice to still see you around. Thank you so much. So listen, yesterday, William Zepeda and Tevin Farmer was getting it on down off in Mexico and whatnot. And I was very optimistic coming into this fight for Tevin Farmer because I was one of the ones who felt like he actually pulled off the upset in the first fight. I felt like Tevin Farmer did enough to win that fight. Friend, I felt like he did. However, they went ahead and gave the victory to William Zepeda, but he put up a good enough fight to get a rematch. And he agreed to do the rematch in Mexico. And so here we are. There we were on yesterday. And it was actually a damn good damn good fight yet again. He didn't get a knockdown like he did in the first fight, and it looked like he may have injured a hand or something. I don't know if he's playing possum or what, because he was still using it later on. I don't know if he was just fighting through the pain or whatnot, but he put on a valiant effort. However, this time William Zepeda, he won the fight more clearly, in my opinion. How did you feel about Tevin's performance, and how did you feel about William Zepeda's performance?
William I think the time is coming, most served. I think he using all the energy that he should be saving for Shakur on Tevin. Um, Again, it was clear. It was clearer than the last fight. Tevin is convinced that he won, and of course, we're gonna get something. I agree with the injury; something was off, but Tevin is a dog. And before you came back, I was seeing like a lot of people like slander Tevin, and I ain't talking about you, Janae. I mean, like actually talking about how horrible he is, and see, you know what I'm saying. It's been a lot of Tevin Farmer slander today. And like my thing is, y'all be asking to see dogs, and then you see the dog bite, and then once the dog bites somebody, but he comes short of a kill, then you know what I'm saying, he need to do something different. Now, Tevin's still a tough night for a lot of different fighters at 135, 140 pounds. Even if he went up to 140, I still think he is a tough fight for a lot of different people. I just don't agree with like it was. To me, friend, it was clear-ish, but it could have been a draw to me. Tevin didn't.
You thought so?
Tevin did. He did more than what I thought he was gonna do.
I was just about to say, because you were not on the Tevin train.
I was not on the Tevin train. Tevin did more than what I thought he was gonna do, which was very surprising. But he a dog, and people need to acknowledge the dog. If Tevin don't want to box anymore, I got a job for him. But you know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that he don't want to do. So he want to be a YouTube chef and kick off his channel. I think he could do a great job at it. Tevin is entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He know how to talk that talk visually, but you know what I'm saying? Where people can get past certain stuff. There's a market for everybody. You know me, I don't like no bald heads. I can't do no bald content, friend. I'm sorry. I can't watch it.
That's what you.
That's why I quit the last place I was at. So with that being said, I think that we should what? Oh, okay. I think that we should just go and let Tevin do whatever he was gonna do.
I don't think it's time for Tevin to get a job yet, actually. I tend to agree with you, friend. He's a tough night for anybody at 135 at this point, in my opinion. I think he gave William Zepeda everything he wanted and some more. I was reading the comments back up when y'all was talking about the water earlier. That's why my face was going crazy, because y'all ain't no good. But I did see a couple of people felt like Tevin Farmer put on a better fight this time than he did the last. And in my opinion, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. So we have to get out of the notion as boxing fans that everybody is going to be top tier and elite. At any given moment, anybody can be upset. I think I agree with you when you said Tevin Farmer is a tough night for anybody at 135. And I don't think 135 is his division. I want to say 130 is where he's more comfortable. Yeah. So listen, it gets harder for people to make smaller weights as they get older. So I get the move to 130, but he's still really kind of settling in at 130 because that's not his real weight division, I don't think, in my opinion. Anyway, either way, I think there are still fights to be made for him. I think he would be a good fight. I don't know if he wants to go, if he's ready to take on the whole journeyman term or whatever, but that's a good fight for a Mason to me. Abdullah Mason and Tevin Farmer, to me, that's a good fight because he's a very good defensive fighter now, and he's a very good counter puncher. And we saw Mason get into some trouble getting counterpunched. Okay, because he was in there not being patient. I'm not saying he can win the fight, but I'm saying it's a really good test for somebody who's thinking they're going to be elite. Go ahead.
And I just want the truth. I see your comment. And like I keep seeing people throw Andy Cruz out there for a lot of different people. Y'all, we gotta be honest with ourselves right now. We not putting Andy Cruz in anything. He got 4 or 5 fights professionally. 7 at the max. I want to say 7 at the max. We not putting him in anything right now. Anybody else with that amount of fights, y'all wouldn't damn for sure not be putting him in the ring with no Tevin Farmer. So
Not at all.
we're not, and I don't even. And Abdullah Mason, what he in fight what, friend?
He's in his double digit fights. I want to say
Okay,
he's in 13 or 14, something
that
like that.
Tevin Farmer is not just a step up. That's
No, I agree. I agree.
that's a big, huge step. So I'm thinking give Abdullah a name under Tevin Farmer, and
Yeah,
then Tevin Farmer fight. I'm all for that. I'm
yeah.
all for that.
But what and I agree with everything you're saying. And what I'm saying also, what I'm adding to that is, as fight fans, we have to really understand who these fighters are, what level they are on, and appreciate them for what they are. Everybody is not going to be a champion. Everybody's not going to be a champion for a long period of time. We talking about Tevin Farmer like he didn't hold a championship belt down at 130 pounds. We talking about Tevin Farmer like he wasn't calling out some of your favorites at 130, who, in my opinion, strategically moved around him at 130. So boxing, you here for, it's not a lot of them that are here for a long time to be on top. So, let's appreciate the guys who are maybe on the downside of their trajectory, but still putting up good fights. Okay. Let's not do that. Okay. As fans, we can't be that way. Vince Carter played for 44 years in the NBA, and I watched because I didn't know if he was going to dunk or not when I saw him. So, yeah, let's not be like that, boxing fans. Bo Deezy, the late bloomer, thank you so much for your $4.99 super chat. He says Tevin's a dog. Michaela had blood in her eyes and didn't flinch. She's a problem at 147. Big problem. Tina Turner Tank is a 304. Being Jarvis boots / stand winner. I don't. I can't disagree with what you said, Bodisi. I cannot. I can't disagree with what you said. I can't. So shout out to um shout out to Tevin Farmer for putting on a really good performance and doing it under duress, because I haven't heard anything. Did you hear about his hand? Did he hurt his hand or what? Do we know what happened with his hand? Farmer.
No, I think it was a rib, friend.
Oh, okay. I knew it was some kind of injury. He had some type of injury, but he worked his way and made it through that fight on his feet. So shout out to Tevin Farmer. Shout out to William Zepeda for doing the very BES he could do, and it garnered him a victory. He's a busy fighter, and I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if he's food or whatever the case may be. I still want to see him and Shakur Stevenson. I want to see what happens in that fight. I want to see it. Sorry. Anyway, so listen. Yeah, he hurt his hand. I thought he hurt his hand too, Drink. So we're going to skedaddle on over to the top rank card. Okay. That was at the fabulous Fontainebleau in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. So I missed, because I was doing some traveling. Yes, this weekend. I missed the undercard. So friend, I want you to talk about Tiger Johnson and his first fight at 147 pounds. Leading up to this fight, Tiger was speaking in the press conference about just not feeling like his best self at 140 pounds. So he made the decision to move up to 147. How did he do yesterday, friend?
Fantastic. 147 is welcoming him with open arms. I think one or two he stopped him in. He 147 is him. He needed that extra weight. He ran right into it, friend. Like, he looked swift, he's fast, he moves well, everything is packaged right at 147. I don't understand. I don't know what happened at 140. I think that was just too much of a cut for him. I think he a big boy. Yeah, it was 5. It was 5.
See how he was down at 140, but wasn't nobody calling him a weight bully and talking about him like y'all be talking about somebody else that I know that's at 168 pounds whose name will remain nameless today.
Don't do that. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that today.
I'm just saying. Shout out to Tiger. He was a really, really nice. Listen, when I tell y'all I wasn't disappointed by any of the people that we met this weekend, we're gonna get into it later. But shout out to Tiger Johnson. Very nice man.
Because Dedrick won his fight to the guy from
Baton Rouge. We met a new nephew, y'all, this weekend. And let me just say this for the people. If y'all don't know, we call ourselves we're the aunties, okay? And when we talk about these boxers, if we like them, if we feel compelled to cheer for them, because we're fans, right? We will call them my nephews. That's what we do, okay? If that's his mama, she probably gonna be, she gonna be our sister or something, because we probably in the same age range or whatnot. Don't take it personally like other people. They call everybody their nephew. Yes, we do. Yeah.
You know what's crazy about it? We get a lot of hate for it, but the boxers love it. Like, we really are the aunties, like, for real. And like, it's crazy because like a lot of these people didn't know us from the Man of the Moon. Some of them, let me say that, some of them didn't know us from the Man of the Moon. We walked right up on them, and it was, auntie, let me tell you, because I'm him, I'm from him, I'm from here, and like.
And this is what I'm trying to do with my career. I want to do this, and this. And thank you for your support. And this is what we learned. Well, we'll talk about everything we learned. But yeah, shout out to Tiger Johnson just for being a kind individual, a kind-spirited human. Okay? Shout out to Tiger Johnson. Okay, so we're going to move on from Tiger because we saw a gentleman come in. And y'all know I'm very big on aesthetics. I'm very big on guys who really want to be stars and superstars, who put it out in the atmosphere, because you have to have a certain kind of confidence to put that in the atmosphere before you get there and before your work puts you there. But Emilio Vargas is very open about wanting to be a superstar in this sport. Emilio Vargas dresses the part. Y'all know how I feel about that. Emilio Vargas dresses the part and looks the part. Let me just say, when you're in a room and he walks in, you know that he's there, and he don't even do nothing extra. He just walk in the room. Everybody don't command that kind of, but he's got that thing. So we're both sitting, watching, and just looking at the people. We did drink. We gonna talk about it. But he walked in, and he didn't walk in with a big entourage of people. That's what I'm saying. He stated what he wants his career to be, but he's still where he is, and he's comfortable being where he is. But you could tell it's on him. It's on him. It's in him, and it's on him. So he came in, and he actually sat not far from us. And my friend is going to be herself all day, every day. Y'all know how she is, right? Listen, we ain't going to talk about that yet. We're going to talk about that later because we can't get into it. We can't get into it. Okay, well, listen. He was up next. Okay, friend. So Emilio is at 140 as well. Is he at 140? Or is he at 140? I think he's at 140. So Emilio is at 140. He and his guy that he's fighting, and excuse me, I don't know that brother's name. I don't know that man's name. I'm sorry. I wasn't there for him. But Emilio, again, very nice. Didn't know us from a can of paint. But when we approached him, he was very open. He was very receptive. He asked our names, and I gave my name, and he fell in love with Boxiana immediately when she told him Her name was Boxiana. He was like, ah.
I'm everybody's favorite auntie, you guys. Like, that's not a joke. When for real, I'm everybody's favorite auntie.
She
My
is.
friend,
Oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
love her.
I mean,
Love her.
if you can't go do this and have fun, why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, very much professional, very much still gonna be me. Because the one thing
Exactly.
about it, I'm gonna always be me. And like, he a cool dude. I'm gonna root for Emiliano when the rest of nobody ain't.
Listen,
Period.
I don't remember, but something in me is telling me that I don't know if it was him or his brothers, but somebody said some ill stuff about somebody, a boxer that I like, and it kind of rubbed me wrong a little bit. So I wasn't really sure. Emiliano is still on the probationary period with me, but right now he winning. He winning, and he's looking good while he's doing it. He looked good, friend. He got a stoppage in what, round two? Was it round two? Round two. And I tend to agree with Drink. This was a top ranked showcase card. All the undercard fighters were matched perfectly against people who they were going to look absolutely phenomenal against. And so that was the same for Emiliano. He looked great. We saw his father was there. I didn't see his two brothers the days we were there, but we did see his dad, and he speaks really well. He's very gracious. I didn't see him, you know how some people can have, need attitudinal adjustments.
A stank, like somebody else that was there.
We'll talk about it. Congratulations, Emiliano. Did you want to add to that?
No, Emiliano is that guy. Y'all put some respect on his name because I seen y'all in the comments. You need to face somebody. No, he's gonna do exactly what he's doing till this time, and then say something. Other than that, y'all ain't asking that much from y'all favorites. Don't say nothing about Emiliano, or you can get a fight. Come with it. That's all. That's it at this
He's
point.
getting built just like everybody else. He just happened to have a name.
Come with it. Fight. Come with it.
No. Oh, Drink, baby, stay tuned. Stay tuned, Drink. Stay.
It's never gonna happen, Drink. She hates me. I'm gonna just throw that out there before we get started. It's never gonna happen.
It's a story. Please stay tuned. Please stay tuned. Okay, so listen. So on from Emiliano. Now we're going to Bruce Shoo Carrington. Okay, Bruce Shoo Carrington. He was probably there with the most people. His team was, I don't want to say a big team, but he had a nice group with him. And again, it was our first day, and when I saw him, I just immediately, I think I was on the telephone talking, but when I saw him, y'all know how I feel about Shoo. When I saw him, I was like, hey, Shoo, how you doing? Now, keep in mind, he don't know me from a can of paint, but we see these folks all the time. So that's how I said, hey, Shoo, how you doing? And he was like, hey, how you doing? Came right over. We just had a little old conversation. He went right on in.
No.
That is initially how I first met him. It was when he was walking in the first time. Because you thought,
okay.
Yeah, you thought he was somebody else. You thought somebody else was him.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that ain't Shoo. Anyway, Shoo came in at the press conference. Shoo was on 10. Not on the press conference, the weigh-in. Shoo was on 10. Okay, y'all, the weigh-in is something totally different from the press conference because they the made weight and they ready to fight, and it's a little bit more vocal in the room with the weigh-in. So we was in there cutting up. We'll talk about it. Anyway, so fight night, Shoo comes in. He has on green. You know, he gonna always have a towel on. He gonna always represent for Ike. That's just what he's gonna do. We met Shoo daddy. We met Shoo mama. We didn't get to meet the wife, but we saw her doing her wifely duties.
And she loved her husband, and I love that for them.
Getting the moisturization together. Okay. Anyway, so friend, can you please talk about Shoo, the fight, how he looked to you? What you want next for Shoo? Because Shoo said a lot about what he want next for himself.
He did. It was a lot at first for me. I thought at first it was he got touched a little much. I was like, I don't like him getting hit like that. He got to not get hit like that. Took a couple of minutes to make a few minor adjustments and shoot a dog. That's just what it boils down to. And Tim is rubbing off. We rubbing off on Tim because Tim made a joke last night, and I don't think a lot of people caught it. He was like, "Yeah, he ain't got all that grease on tonight. He ain't even worked up a sweat. He needs to go back in the back and get active. The moisture is necessary for darker skin tones. You can see ash, but it was a good stoppage. Shoe a dog. Um, there's a lot of fights that I want for him. He in a smaller weight, and some of these fights I don't know for him yet. Like he calling these names out, and I'm unsure. Also, I think the weight is a lot, and I looked at him at the weigh-in, friend, and they look different than Thursday than they do on Friday. Well, I didn't realize boy barely could talk till I went back and watched that weigh-in. He was dry. I don't like that for you, Shu. I need you to get out of that weight because that next one, we gonna really be able to tell you have overgrown this weight. It's time for you to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want him cutting it too much, but I didn't realize it till I went back and rewatched the weigh-in again because we were there. It didn't look like that.
He had on a lot of clothes. He had on sweats. He had a hoodie on, so we couldn't really see him like that on press conference day. Yeah,
Baby,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He might need to go ahead and make that move up. Um, the name that he called out after, that's a little concerning to me. I don't think, I don't, I don't think Shushu because a lot of people are seeing him and they're saying, I don't think you got it in you for no Stephen Fulton. And that's a big name. Don't let Inouye and him losing to Inouye make any fool about anything. Um, I agree with you, Drink. I think he wants that Inouye fight. And I also think Inouye ain't going to be able to mess with our 130-pound dogs. I'll say that. I will say that. We can argue about it, friend. I think that at 130, I told you he needs to cap out before he get up that high. I think the 130 pounders might got a little something for him, friend. So with that being said, uh, go ahead and try your luck if that's what you want to do. Dare to be great. But I think at 130 pounds, things will look different. Just saying.
I initially, because I heard, because they go back and forth with each other all the time. Our other nephew, Ray Ford, was down at 126 and he's up at 130 now, and him and Shu go back and forth a lot. And he was saying, it's a reason why Shu won't move up to 130. And, people give him grief about being 27 and not having fought elite competition yet and blah, blah, blah. But I will say this. I don't know if, because I haven't seen him outside of fight weight, like when he's outside of fighting, when we see him, I haven't seen his body, but his face doesn't fill out a whole lot. Like he's not a big guy at all. Like he's not a big man. And I know 4 pounds is 4 pounds and it's not a lot, but it might be. But I understand him wanting a shot at a belt at 126. I know a lot of people, including Stephen Fulton, made a post on Twitter about Why is he not calling out the obvious person for him to call out with a belt that's at 126 pounds, that's right at top rank with him? That's a question that a lot of people have, but
And you know what? And what Steph said he don't think they like that. They ain't calling out Espinoza, and that's a name that people should be saying, "Hey, I want the Espinoza fight." Ain't nobody calling for him. If you
nobody's calling for Espinoza, including Steven. Did Steven call for Espinoza?
ma'am, are we doing all this finger pointing today?
I'm not finger pointing. I'm just asking questions because I don't know.
And
Did he?
did you hear that Stephen Fulton and
He's going to 130, apparently.
and supposed to be fighting?
That's what I heard too. So I thought it was interesting that instead of Fulton coming back after he was called, instead of him coming back, he deflected about Shushu not calling out Espinoza. So all of that was just a little weird to me. I didn't know how all of that was supposed to work, but there was a reporter that was actually doing his job when he was speaking to Shushu, and he asked him about Espinoza. And Shushu clarified, he said, oh, he can get it. And the question is, does he want to fight me? Let me tell y'all something about Bruce Carrington. That's another one. I don't know how far his talent is going to get him, but he has the charisma and he definitely has the personality and the mouthpiece. Okay. It's rare to find a fighter with the charisma, the mouthpiece, the skills, all of the above, that makes a superstar. We use that term superstar very lightly. But it's yet to be seen what all Bruce can do inside the ring. But as a fan and just watching him and how he works the room and works the media, I can say that he's really good with that. Okay. He's going to give a great interview every time. I don't know if he's had media training or if that's just him in him, but he does that really well. And he put on a great performance this weekend. The only time that I was questioning Shushu, I believe, was when he was on that Mike Tyson card with Jake Paul, or it may have been the fight before that. It was a fight that was like, kind of saw some holes in his game, but nobody's going to be on their A game every single fight, especially when it's somebody that, is not a name and you may not be getting up for that fight, whatever the case may be. He came and showed up last night. Okay. When he did that weigh-in and he was talking his good stuff to the camera, he was on one. So I was hoping that he would perform the way he did. And baby, when I say he beat bop to beat bop bop to beat bop bopped that man head, I was glad that the referee called it off. I don't think it was too early. That guy was visibly not going to recover. Okay, so I was okay with that stoppage. Shout out to Bruce Carrington, Shushu, his whole family, and his whole crew. Okay, we're going to go on to our guy, Mr. Brian Norman Jr. Okay, Brian Norman Jr. was fighting Cuevas yesterday, and in the presser, Cuevas had a very cool, calm, and collected demeanor that was kind of almost a little bit scary and eerie. Friend, tell them people how he was talking to
He was talking to Brian like Scarface because he couldn't get it. Brian told him, you take it all day, get it out. He couldn't find his American words, but he was trying. But he said what he said to Brian.
He said what he said. Brian, again, another young brother who has a mouthpiece. Okay, he has a mouthpiece. He can communicate very well to the audience. He answers questions great. He elaborates. He's not going to give you a one-word answer. He's going to keep you engaged. He was dealing with an opponent that spoke little English. And so being the fighter, he made that part of his answers and whatnot, which I believe pissed his opponent off a little bit more, but it made for great interviews. Okay. It made for great press. Brian Norman Jr. is another young man. Had never met him a day before in our lives, but he's a Southern guy, Southern gentleman, ATL all day long. We walked right up, spoke, and boom, it wasn't a who is you or who are you or what are y'all do? None of that. Immediate conversation, just hey, how you doing? This is what we do. Oh, nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. Good vibes all the way around. Um, as far as the fight though, a lot of people were saying, let me not say a lot of people, but I saw several people saying that Cuevas wasn't no slouch, and initially that first round, baby, they were hooking each other's heads off. And I was like, okay, B. Norman, I know, when he fought Santillan, he was taking some punishment, not punishment, but taking some punches. And I wanted him to tighten up his defense. I felt the same way initially in the first round of this fight. Both of those gentlemen were hooking. Both of them was testing each other's power, seeing if they could, walk through each other's power. And I was like, oh, it was making me uncomfortable, making me a little nervous. But as the fight went on, we saw whose power was powering.
Because one thing about it, Brian is going to do exactly what he said he was going to do. And I think the dude talked a little too much in the presser where it kind of touched Brian a little bit, because when he hit him initially, Brian was like, okay, you want to fight for real. So let's get active. And like, he started hitting him with combinations I didn't know that he could throw, friend, honestly, truly. And like, I want to know him more as a fighter. Like, I got to see who else you gonna whoop on like that, because the stuff that you doing, you knocking folks out crazily. Let me see something. So I definitely want to see him to continue to grow as a fighter. I think he got some, friend. I think he got something.
I want that Brian Norman. I want that Brian Norman and what's my guy Mario Barrios unification, and I want it now. I want it next.
I love Mario.
I do too.
Girl, Chloe needs to go outside, don't she, friend? It's almost ridiculous. Like, she's about to become an outside dog. But I think that Barrios, he gonna get slid, friend. I think there's a better fight in Boots and Brian Norman.
No, the reason why I want the Barrios fight is because when he and Boots meet, I want it to be for undisputed. I need Brian Norman to get that belt up off of Barrios. I need Boots to get that belt up off of Stan, and I need them to meet for undisputed. That's what I'm looking for. So Mario been, he been recovering from that draw that he got the last time out that he didn't look too hot in. So I really want, since it's seeming like Top Rank and PBC are going to merge, maybe that fight is not as far-fetched as it once was. Phenomenal Mexican, thank you so much. He says, did you call Tim Biscuit Head? Just asking. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Thank you, Bo Deezy. He came back. He said, Shushu said, let me be specific, which I love. I loved that, okay? I loved that he called the names, because we always get upset with people for saying, I want to fight you. You know who I'm talking about. We get mad when people say, I ain't going to call no names. I'm just go back with my team. So when he specifically called the names, I was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. So you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Man speaketh. Okay? If that's what you want, say it out loud. Okay? But Brian Norman Jr., listen, sir, that hand looked like it was pretty doggone healed to me. I'm glad it's healed. It looked like it was working just fine to me. Mr. Cuevas, he didn't know where he was Saturday. He did not know where he was on Saturday. And I hope he's okay. Is all I can say. We spoke to his father, talked to him a little bit about his his last fight. We'll get to it. Anyway, so let's get to the main event. Congratulations, Brian Norman Jr. Glad you had a great, successful defense of your belt. You know, fighters always say, most fighters will say that they don't feel like a real champion until they defend their belt. Absolutely phenomenal defense, first defense of your belt. So we're looking forward to bigger and better fights. I am really hoping that he gets the Mario Barrios fight for unification. Okay, so now, Miss Michaela Mayer, Miss Sandy Ryan, part 2. Y'all, the tension in that weigh-in was, first of all, why is your face looking like that? The tension in the room at the weigh-in was so thick, you could cut it with a machete. I mean, it was ridiculous. Drink More Water, thank you so much. Drink says, speaking of ring ratings, they put up the broadcast had Keyshawn ahead of Shakur. We need more of that. Get them fake ass brothers to fight. Okay, did you see that? Did you see that? Because you know Shakur is not with Top Rank no more, so they low key
to go and find the short. Find the short from back in 2023, where I told you it was my goal to get those two to fight each other. There's a short that I made from a clip from a show that I made from 2023. The goal was to get those two to fight. The plot ain't ended. We're still going. It must happen. And this is for all of the fights that we can't get from brothers that we should have been getting. I don't care what nobody say. Jermell and Jamal, they should have had the fight too. Oh, well, go talk to y'all mama about it.
He said they mama said no.
Okay, well then, you know what? Oh, well. Your mama ain't going to be complaining about that check. I've been wanting to fight my sister my whole life. And if I want to make millions of dollars to do it, let's get active. I want some of that. Why not? What are we doing?
Listen, I see exactly what Top Rank is doing, as they should, because right now Keyshawn is their golden egg. Shakur is gone. He's not a part of Top Rank anymore. So they can do all of those things. They can do that. And I feel like I am in the minority. I think it's going to happen at some point. I heard Shakur this weekend again say it's never going to happen. But I don't think Keyshawn is feeling that way as much as Shakur is. I may be wrong, but I don't know. I think Keyshawn.
I'm out of order. Backflips over dead bodies, you guys. This is a combat sport. There's no friends here. Me and my friend can be friends. Me and Janae can be friends because we commentate. If Nick was a fighter and I was a fighter and we had the opportunity to make some bread and I look at my friend and say, friend, you don't want to punch me in the face for a couple of mil? And she say, no, friend, I love you too much. I'm going to have to reconsider my friendship because are we really friends to turn down some M's?
Some M's? To do what we do?
Hey, and if any of y'all saying y'all going to turn down some M's because y'all don't want to fight y'all sibling, baby, I slapped my mama for 59 million. 5 million, all that. I mean, it is what it is. She gonna get her bread at the end of the day. I don't know what
and you ain't gotta slap her hard.
Friend, Cap, you know me. You know me. You too. Y'all too know me better than anybody. Put the M's up and say, let's get active. So what? So what we talking about, brothers?
They are not brothers. Who we really talking about are Keyshawn and Shakur. They are not.
Yeah, we're not talking about Mel and Ma, but
they're friends.
That fight.
Yeah,
so
they're friends.
People get hurt. They're gonna go in there and spar. They're gonna make it convincing for us. They're gonna make it convincing for us.
They're friends. They've sparred. Come on with it. Like
Keyshawn,
I'm not trying to hear about that.
Score in sparring. I said what I said about them two for a reason. I wanted to spark the what's the word I want to use? The excitement. I did say I wanted to see them fight, but I'm not talking about them.
Yeah, she's not talking about them.
No, I'm talking about Keyshawn. I'm talking about people that are they're so friendly that they can't fight each other. I'm not talking about actual siblings, you guys. I threw that out there just to give y'all a hoot. But
yeah. And Janae, I was one that wanted that EJ Mel fight more than anybody. I would love to have seen that back then. And depending on if, depending, I would want to see it now. Depending. But back then, I definitely was okay with that scrap. Absolutely okay. Absolutely. I'm going to get these super chats, and then we're going to really talk about Michaela Mayer, and then we're going to tell y'all about our Vegas experience, okay? Coach Amber, thank you so much. She says, at Golden Gloves, I've allowed 2 of my fighters to fight each other. It comes with the territory. I work the weaker fighter's corner, teammates or not. Absolutely. Point blank in the period. Nada 86, thank you so much. He says, salute queens and salute to the mighty LDBC. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bo Dizzy, he says EJ versus Mel next. Listen, if it happens, it happens. Because the one thing that was a barrier for that happening was that they shared the same trainer and coach. Well, that's not an issue anymore. So let's get it popping. Okay. So now, Michaela Mayer, Sandy Ryan. Sandy came in, press conference. She was very quiet, mild-mannered, very short answers, wouldn't elaborate. She seemed shelled. She seemed like she was in a shell. She didn't want to break out of her shell, like she was uncomfortable. I don't know if she was playing that up to get some type of sympathy. I don't know. Michaela is going to be Michaela, just like Box going to be Box. Michaela going to be Michaela all day, every day. Listen, I watched her interview with Senicia Estrada. And it's so funny because Senicia even said, she was like, you're just a bitch. That's just her personality. That is how she is. That is who she is. Sandy over there sounding like, she was timid and scared. Didn't move Michaela not one bit. Not 1 ounce. Okay? Not one. And so, let me just say, first of all, Michaela looks so good at 147, y'all. She looks so good and healthy. What is it?
Go ahead, friend. We'll talk. I'll throw this in at the end when you get done.
Michaela looked really good and healthy at 147. I don't even know how she was making 135, y'all. I really and truly don't. I don't. But she came in press conference day, baby. She had on her jean shorts. She had on her Dukes, her jean jacket, clean, freshly colored blonde bob, cute light makeup, looking really nice. Okay. And then here comes Sandy. She's going to have that hair down. It's going to be damp. She going to swing it over that shoulder. She going to have that hair laying on the side. That's Sandy all day long. No makeup, nothing. Midriff out, jeans. Sandy. Well, weigh-in day, we got a completely different energy from Sandy, y'all. On weigh-in day, Sandy came in with that. She had some attitude with her on weigh-in day. And I don't know if y'all listened to our commentary from the weigh-in, but Sandy started, at the stare down, at the face off, Sandy started pushing and leaning in on Michaela. I was like, Michaela, you can't let her do that to you, girl. Hold on. She leaning on you. Don't let her do that. And then Sandy started showing her teeth, y'all. She started like she was growling at her like a dog. I said, Michaela, she's showing you her teeth, girl. You can't let her do you like that. What we doing? Baby, that face off was so intense. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be good. So fight night, it was everything that we thought it was gonna be. Baby, they was in there throwing them things. Do you hear me? Michaela, girl, 147 is your weight. 147 is your weight, Michaela. Baby, don't you move off 147. You might want to do 154 in a little while, but 47, that's you. That right there is you. Because Sandy was hitting her with some shit. And Sandy done been at 47. But this is Michaela's second fight up there. And she good and comfortable and locked in. And she was taking them punches and shrugging them hoes off and giving 3 more back. Baby, Michaela was in the zone last night. They both were. Let me say that they both were. But Michaela was too much. She won last night more convincingly than she won that first one easily. Friend, how did you feel about Michaela's performance?
Kayla a dog. And 147 is definitely her weight. And if she move up to 154, it's going to be the same thing. She going to be even bigger at 154. Hey, let me tell y'all, one thing about it, Michaela is solid. And I didn't realize until I got up on her real good, she is solid, like all the way through, down to the ankles. She not no little girl in no means. So her body can grow. I don't know, man. She don't need to get no bigger. She a dog. She ain't ducking no smoke. She calling out everybody.
She calling the names.
Listen, she gave Sandy that workout last night. And like, I honestly thought Sandy was going to get back to that point. And let me say something, because I seen y'all talking about it. The coach situation is crazy because the audacity of you to think that you're going to train me and then going to switch over to this. No. I'm going to beat her in front of you. And then I'm going to send y'all back home together as losers.
And did you see how he came to the middle of the ring when it was time for them to touch gloves? That ex-coach came up.
Taylor?
Baby, she didn't even give him none. She didn't give him no attention. He was over there doing all that. She didn't give him nothing.
Baby,
go back over there with your fighter and give her what you think she need, and it still ain't gonna be enough.
Listen, it wasn't even an nth of enough. Sandy was hitting Michaela with some body shots that I knew was gonna slow her down just a little bit. When I tell y'all Michaela was ripping through that, the coach is absolutely a clown. When he got over there in the middle of the ring, friend, I wish somebody would have pinched him right on the nuts because he didn't need to be over there. Not on the nuts, under the nuts where it hurt. In the soft spot. There. That's where he should have been pinched.
And shout out to Coach Al because he is such a sweet old man.
He is. He so is. He was sitting next to me and my friend, and they were up there talking, and he was over there talking but he's so humble that he didn't want to be heard that he was talking that way.
Under his breath.
He was talking under his breath, but they deserved the win how they won last night.
Absolutely.
Sandy, that whole little, y'all all look bad last night, for real. Yeah. And it's okay. Michaela got her just win. I hope she continue to prosper. Like she said, all y'all wrong. Y'all know what was up. All of that.
Yep. And she said it. She was like, you know what? We're going to talk about it. But listen, Michaela don't give a flying. She don't care. Because when I saw that she had that little blood paint on the back of her shorts, like, bitch, kiss my ass with that blood shit. I didn't have nothing to do with that. I don't know if y'all was making that shit up to make me look bad or what. I don't know what that was, but I didn't have nothing to do with that. And listen, yeah, see, my friend, she still feel like Michaela might have. She still.
You want to know
put nothing past.
Because you know why? I want Michaela to accept her role as the villain in the sport.
But she does.
No. Because I threw the paint.
Bingo, Snoopy. About it? Absolutely, Snoopy. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what's in my glass.
I threw the paint. What y'all gonna do about it? They gonna find me? What y'all gonna do now?
Can't say she threw the paint.
I threw the paint. I do it. That's what I want from her, friend, because if y'all gonna do me that's like me. I'm the villain. You know what I do?
You embrace it.
Oh, I'm gonna give you everything that you asking for. I threw the paint. You want this gum? Okay.
So look. Shout out to Michaela. Shout out to Sandy. Because Sandy came to win. She really did. She came to win.
No, she
But she
didn't.
ain't had enough of Michaela, baby. They done messed around and let Michaela get comfortable at 147. Now I don't know what she gonna do with Price, cause by
Hey,
the way, we saw Thick Neck Katie out there too, y'all.
hey, and it's real. It's real. Everything that I said is real. It's real.
Say, I would love to see Michaela and Price. That's a great fight. I feel like Michaela thinks she feels like she won that fight against Natasha Jonas, which was a very close fight. It was a close fight. It was, but I think Michaela is much better acclimated at 147, and I think she give Price a run for her money, because this is what Michaela did in this fight that she did not do in that first fight with Sandy. And I don't know if it was just because she was getting used to being up there, but my girl Michaela was sitting down on them punches yesterday, like, you finna take this ass whooping, girl. Baby, she was turning them hoes over, and she was putting all her weight behind them hoes. I mean, she was be bopping Sandy. And
They
Sandy
were sounding off, friend. You can hear them when they were landing. I was like, man, oh girl, calm down, Michaela. Why are you hitting her?
man
Like,
say Michaela was trying to get her up out of there. Salute to Sandy for weathering the storm, because she was getting her head rocked up in there. And she was giving Michaela all the body work she could muster. And it kind of slowed her down towards the back end. But I think her being at 147 has helped her cardio and helped her stamina. Because once her eye started bleeding, it was like it triggered her. And she got right back on her ass and closed the show. So shout out to Michaela Mayer. She looked great leading up to the fight. She looked great during the fight. She got that cut on her eye. But man, Michaela Mayer put on, Sandy Ryan put on. I love when a second fight is just as good as the first one, and I believe it was. Go
and
ahead.
drink. Michaela didn't lose to Natasha like that. She lost to Natasha because they was over there in the UK and them judges was being shady.
Yeah.
And Natasha Jonas knew she didn't win that fight because she told Michaela, get your belts, baby. That's all she could tell her was get your belts.
Yeah. Yeah. She didn't beat her up by no stretch of the imagination. That fight could have gone either way to me. Natasha got a little home cooking, in my opinion. I'm just saying. But congratulations to all the winners from this weekend. But we're gonna congratulate ourselves for being big winners, because unexpectedly, friend, what day was that? It was last Saturday. My friend texted me and told me to give her a call Saturday morning. So I called, and she was like, You'll never guess what I woke up to. I'm like, what is it? Now, I just want y'all to know, keep in mind that we have been applying for credentials for months and months and months and months and months and months. And I know it typically takes a while before, people get credentials. They want to check out your work and see what you're doing and, who you are. And even with that, sometimes people just don't get credentials and they stop applying for them. Well, we constantly apply for credentials. And shout out to Janae, because she makes sure that we apply for the credentials. Okay, so out of nowhere, Saturday, Free tells me, hey, I got an email. Guess what? Top Rank has said that we are invited and we have press credentials, media credentials for the press conference and the weigh-in only. But we are on the wait list for the fight. So I was like, that was out of the blue, out of nowhere. Y'all, I don't even remember applying for them. That's how often we do it. We just do it and see what happens. Don't even remember applying for it. Don't even know if we'd hit. But we've applied numerous times. And all of a sudden, boom. So it's a week before. So, we got to figure out if we got anything to do. And I had something planned for this weekend already. So we're trying to figure out if we're gonna go, how we're gonna schedule it, just coordinating, trying to get stuff together and whatnot, because it's kind of last minute a little bit if you ain't planning for it. I ain't filthy rich, but big I'm barely broke, but whatever. So we got to plan for this kind of stuff. So we go, okay, I'm thinking, okay, that's great. So that'll be Thursday and Friday. I can do that, and I can still do what I was going to do for the rest of the weekend. That'll be perfect, So we go ahead and decide, hey, this is the first time we've gotten approved for credentials. We can't not go. And then I thought about it. I said, this is perfect. This is a female featured main event card. What better fight for us to get our first credentials? We're female boxing podcasters. There are not many of us. For us to go to a female headlining card. So I thought that was like great. Anyway, so we make our arrangements. We find out where the fight is. Now, I've never known a fight to be at the Fontainebleau. So I didn't really know what the hotel was going to be like or anything like that. Baby, friend, tell them about the Fontainebleau, please.
Listen, let me tell y'all. I don't think I've ever been anywhere so nice. And I like to take mine on nice ventures. I ain't never stayed anywhere that nice. From the time you walk in, everything about it is beautiful. Like everything about it. The roses, they go out in the morning. They out changing them out by hands. The ones that's looking too crusty and all that stuff, they're taking them out by hand and putting new ones in. So like, we didn't even get to, y'all, me and my friend was so tired. Let me tell y'all, Thursday night when we got in after the presser, we went to eat. After we ate, we came in, we did our girl thing, and that was it. I think we were in the bed by 7:00, and we slept till 10 o'clock the next day. I'm telling y'all, I tell y'all, baby.
Yeah. 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 Okay, so listen. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna rewind. So we got in Thursday at around Thursday morning.
Yeah, Thursday at 9.
So we got in around Thursday morning around 9. What's up, Knockout? How you doing? So we got there. About 9. Press conference started at 1. It started at 1. Press conference started
at 12:30.
Doors open at 12:30. Press conference started at 1. So we meet each other at the airport because we're coming in from different cities. We meet each other at the airport, get a taxi. The good thing about this is we're there before all of the hoopla. And this was really a good look for us too, because it was a good main event fight. But it wasn't a huge card. So we weren't really going there to like be media. We were, but we weren't prepared like that. We didn't have the equipment. If y'all saw it, y'all saw.
Seen all them people in there. When I say y'all, they got equipment.
Yeah,
prepared to be like we really do have to get our stuff together.
We got right.
We was just YouTubers now. We got
right.
Yeah.
So we were YouTubers at the moment, right? So, and really not even YouTubers. Really, what it was like, this is what we are. This is what we built our channel on. We were fans. It was a fan-friendly experience for us, is really what it was. So we were given the opportunity to go behind the curtain, right? Which was so freaking cool, because what we learned was we're feeling like fans, and we say, we're media and whatnot, but we didn't really realize it until we got there. And it dawned on us that folks kind of know us a little bit. Some people had no clue who we were. But then there were some people that were like, and so we were like, really? Okay, this is cool.
We go to check in for the presser. the lady that's doing the reception thingy at the desk, she was
Who's
like, "Oh
checking us
my God,
in?
you guys made it." I was like, "Friend, you know her?" She said, "No, I don't know her. You know her? I don't know her either. Y'all know her? I don't know."
No.
No.
Now, okay, so like we told y'all initially, we were on the list for the fight. We didn't get the fight credentials, but we got credentials for the weigh-in and the press conference. So she immediately told us, she was like, listen, it's probably going to be difficult to get fight tickets for this particular fight. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to make sure we watch out for you girls later on. Like she's an older lady, probably my mama's age, maybe a little bit older. But y'all know us, we Southern girls, heavy on the Southern, but even heavier on the charm. Okay, so when we get to talking people, we get to throwing that Southern slang around, and they just melt and whatnot. So we made friends with her quick. So she puts our wristband on. We get in there. Not in there yet. We're in the hallway because they haven't opened up yet. But we're seeing people come through. We're seeing people come in, right? And the first person we saw was Thick Neck Katie. I was like, friend, that's Katie. That's Katie's Hannah. Now listen, I ain't say it like that, but I said it like that. Like, we had to keep cool and stuff. I said, friend, that's Katie. That's Katie. Look at our neck. Look at our neck. So we over there having a good kiki to ourselves about that, right? So then this other little guy comes through, and friend thought that was Shoo Shoo. I was like, no, that ain't Shoo Shoo. That ain't him. Keep in mind, they have on, they're cutting weight. So they have on hoodies. They have on big clothes and stuff like that. So he comes by, he walks by, but we speak to everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? That's just what we do. So when Shoo Shoo finally does come through, I said, that's just, hey, Shoo Shoo, how you doing? He immediately, he comes, I don't know if he don't recognize us. I don't know. I have no idea if he knows who we are. I don't know. But he was so nice, and he was just like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. So-and-so. Kept right on moving. So we go inside, right? We finally make it inside. Friend, who's the first person we see when we get in there?
I don't know who's the absolute first, friend. I can't.
Our first guest on the show,
Jake
Donovan. Jake Donovan was the
we
first.
saw Sean first. We saw Sean, then we saw Jake.
Oh, I forgot. So we're still in the hallway before we go inside, and we see Sean. What's Sean's last name? Shaggy Sean. Zitto. We see Sean Zitto. And Sean was the first person who knew exactly who we were. And Sean goes, the Queens! Oh my God! It's so good to see. Do y'all know how funny y'all are? And it's like, hey Sean, how you doing? Hi. So we meet Sean. We have a little chit chat with Sean for a second. Sean tells us, I got to get in here because I'm finna get this interview with Bob Arum. And the interview Sean was talking about was the one where Bob let it be known that Top Rank and the PBC are about to. So we sitting up, we in the midst of all of this networking that's going on, right? Now, let me be the first to tell y'all, my friend over here, like, she don't talk a lot when we on this camera like this. I be running my mouth a lot. But when we out and about, I'm really shameful and scary. Not this one. That one right there.
Y'all should have seen this person. Y'all don't know this person sitting next to me because how she be talking to y'all and I be sitting there looking crazy. She don't do that when we have to network. And y'all know the word of the year is professionalism, right? So we both have a job to do. We both are media person. So I'm trying to get my friend, go get the interview, friend.
That's how she keeps saying, Nik, go get him. Nik, go get him. Go get the interview. And I'm like,
so y'all know what Big Mama gotta go do? I gotta go walk down on people because my friend is not going to do it. Okay? Because here's the thing. Debo ain't gonna let you walk past me. Debo gonna stop you. Debo gonna ask you what the play is, how you doing, what's up? No, y'all, my friend, she was like, I don't know what to say.
I don't be wanting to get shamed.
Good.
I don't want people to be like, who are you? Like, I don't do rejection well at all. I don't do rejection well. She don't give a damn. But the way she approaches people, they are always like, oh, hey, how y'all doing? Because they talking to her like they know her already. Because she
You know why?
approaches
Because
them like she
I'm everybody's favorite auntie and cousin. We family. We are in the club. What Glow say? In
get
the
them low.
club, we all cousins.
That's how she approaches the people. She approaches everybody like that. Okay. So we saw Sean outside, but when we went inside where the actual press was, the first person we saw was the first guest that we've ever had on the show, y'all. And that was Jake Donovan. Again, it all made sense. Who knew that would be the first person we saw? But when we saw him, Jake looked shocked. He was like, oh my God, I can't believe y'all are here. It's so good to see y'all. And it's like, we've seen him, we've had him on the show, but we've never met him in person. We met him on camera in person, but not in person. So it's so fun and and funny to see the people that we see on YouTube all the time in person. And of course, Jake was a sweetheart. He introduced us to everybody that he was around and talking to, which was a whole bunch of big time players in this boxing game. But it was just great. It was really fun. It was light. And I love the fact, again, this wasn't a huge fight, but it was a big enough fight to have major players around and out and about. But it wasn't so big where we would completely be drowned out because there was so many people in attendance. So it was a really good card for it to be our first media experience. It was fun, but it was very, we gained a lot of knowledge. Okay, so we wanted to get there, get the lay of the land, look at how things work. But it was very cool. So we see Jake, and then y'all, we saw Evans Tobler, who is Regis's ex strength and conditioning guy. Now, the thing is, y'all know us. We come on here and we have a good kiki at whoever's expense sometimes, right? It's not mean-spirited most times. It's always love and kikiing, but we kikiing folks all the time. So a lot of the folks that we've kikied at, we saw. So we get there, we see Tobler. Friend didn't know who Tobler was. I did. I speak to him and just keep it going, keep it moving. So we go, we sit down, and the first person that we see that walks in is Emilio. Okay, so we sit down. Go ahead.
And my friend, she like, there go Emiliano. And I'm like, yeah, friend, go ahead, get the interview. And she's sitting there and so I'm like, nephew, he turned around.
Just like that. Hey, nephew.
We had a whole conversation. Like, I mean, again, I'm going to treat you, and this is just for everybody. I'm going to treat you how I want you to treat me, like a normal human being. That's all. That's it. So we turned around. I asked him a couple of questions, and she got there after us.
Yeah, she got there after us. Go ahead.
Bud got there. Y'all listen. I don't know what one person was enough for me to see. If I would have had to see Bud, listen here.
The Lord knew. The Lord knew. The Lord knew we couldn't have all of that at one time. He knew.
We'll get to Clarissa, but. Emiliano, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. He let us take a couple of pictures. Nick was like, my name is Nick. He asked our names. He's like,
yeah, he asked our names.
Nick was like, I'm Nick. And she was like, I was like, I'm Boxiana. She was like, the Menace. And when she said that, I don't know why she said that, because he was like,
no, when she said Boxiana, he was like, man, I love the name. I said, oh, she's only giving you half the name. I said, she has a whole name. Her whole name is Boxiana the Menace. He was like, oh, man. He was like, I love that. I love that. I freaking love that. So we having a chit chat to the side with Emilio, who was very nice, very welcoming, didn't know us from a can of paint.
No.
Friend, this is her signature. She's going to always ask the person that we're speaking with, so you're going to come on our show? So when are you going to come on our show? Will you come on our show? She's always going to get that in there. And I've not heard one person yet say no. Now,
you know why? It's hard to turn down Devo.
I guess
It's hard to turn down Devo. Emiliano was like, yeah, hit my dad up, and I talked to his dad. So Emiliano's coming through here. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all this weekend was so productive.
it was.
Y'all would not believe that the only thing that we needed was just a start. We just needed somebody just to invite us and come out and
Just
say,
to offer the invitation. And that's why it was imperative that we go the first time around, because I would have hated to been extended the invitation and not been able to attend. So it was really cool that it worked out, that it was for Thursday and Friday. We didn't have to stay, and we never got the email to confirm tickets for the fight. So it worked out perfectly for us. So that was the Emiliano, right? So then, and in between that time, we run into Tiger Johnson as well.
Run into Tiger. Hakeem Rahman sits down next to me. Michaela Mayer's coach is in the chair next to him. Gordo's Boxing is sitting in the chair next to him. We all lined up on the road. Like, it's just, y'all, it was so crazy to know that people knew us in there. There was people like walking up to us, and we was like, oh, I don't know. Hey, how y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
When I finally convinced my friend to walk up on Shushu. And it's so crazy how like things work out. My friend, she just need a little push, because once she start going, she's going. And the first thing that she said to him was like, your mom and dad taught you how to moisturize so well. And they giggled, and it just went from there. And then so I turned on the camera and I let the camera do its thing. And they was just like, that's how a lot of our interviews go. It's just like you sitting talking to your auntie and she ain't seen you in a summer or two. Like,
yeah,
we got done with Shushu and we just kind of moseyed around the room, and we're on our way out the door, and y'all never guess who we run into.
Wait. Before we out the door.
We missed one.
We did miss one. Before we out the door, the press conference. So you guys know Christina Poncher was doing the press conference, right? So after the press conference, everybody's just moving around, networking, talking, whatever. And Fred made a point to go down to speak to Christina Poncher, just to let her know, because she did a really good job with the interview and the questions and whatnot, and keeping it rolling, because this is happening live. So y'all, live TV is completely different than, taking a break, editing, and then presenting the finished product. So you going live, you got to really be on your P's and Q's. And with Michaela Mayer and with Sandy Ryan not really wanting to be talkative, she had to make it a segment. And thankfully, Michaela was talkative and giving her enough. And because Sandy wasn't, she didn't want to keep pushing the issue. So she did a really good job, because people in the room could tell that Sandy just felt uncomfortable being there. Anyway, we both felt like Christina did a really good job. So we go down there to speak to her, introduce ourselves, tell her that she did a good job. And we look up, and she looks up, and she goes, oh, I know you guys. I know your voices. You're the queens of boxing talk. So baby, yeah, that face that Boxiana is doing, we doing this. I love you guys. I love your show. You gotta have me on sometime. What? Wait, what?
Did you just invite yourself? Christina, anytime.
Girl, anytime.
She was like, just let me know. She was like, I'm not shaking your hand. Give me a hug.
Give me a hug. She was like, I hug. Christina, girl, we got to talk. Because where you from? Yeah, this is...
Now, me, I'm a crybaby. So I'm sitting over there, my shit welling up, my glass sitting there like this. Because I just don't know how to contain myself at this point. Because, holy balls. But is this really us? Is we... what's going on?
We like, and it ain't that we famous, boxing yoga or nothing like that. But this is what I also realized, for real, y'all. Being in the room, boxing is a small sport. It's not a big, huge. It ain't football. It's not basketball. It's not like worldwide soccer. It's worldwide boxing. But here in the U.S., we pretty much, it's a small. I'm thinking. But what I did learn, though, this is what I really did learn for real. No tea, no shade, no nothing. A lot of what we see as fans on camera is the entertainment part of the sport. Like, we as fans, I think we take the beefs and stuff way more seriously than the actual boxers. A lot of what they're doing is for entertainment purposes only. Like, the rivalries that we really think exist, maybe 10% of them, 15, 20, maybe, not 50% of them are actual real beefs. A lot of that is just for entertainment. It's to keep people talking. It is not their true feelings, if that makes any sense to y'all. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm looking at people just from what I see on the internet of them and what they say on camera. And then I'm seeing people up close and in person and feeling their energy. And it's completely different than what we see on screen and on camera. So I just want to say that to the people, to the fans, because we are fans. We are fans first. We're doing this now, but we are boxing fans, huge, crazy boxing fans. And so to see that side of it, it was good for me to see, because what I'm not going to do is take stuff more seriously than the actual boxers take it. Okay. That's what I'm not going to do. And so on our way out, and we're talking on our way out of the weigh-in, okay, because more people were at the weigh-in than were at the press conference. And if you guys watched our video, the weigh-in, again, we just the aunties. We sitting behind the young gentleman who opened up the show and his family. And y'all know us. He was fighting a Hispanic dude, and he had a lot of people with him. The crowd, the Hispanic folks, they was cheering for him. So we sitting behind his the young black man, the Black American.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know why that's doing that. My bad.
That's okay. We sitting behind his family and they loud, but y'all ain't finna be louder than us. So we all cousins today, and he nephew now. So we hollering with his family like they know us, and they looking, they like, where y'all from? Who are y'all? Listen, baby, we the Queens of Boxing Talk, and we gonna have your baby on. Don't even worry about it. Come on, nephew. That's us. So that's the fandom in us. So we gonna have to figure out a way if we gonna keep doing this and whatnot.
Because Nick was like, you know what's funny, y'all? We new to this. So like all the media people, they're media people, they not fans.
We were fans. That's why I loved the experience, because it was really a fan-friendly experience for us. Y'all, when Michaela and Sandy were doing they showdown, I was like, Michaela, girl, she get her. Girl. And my friend was like, they gonna put us out.
But see, that's the thing, friend. I went back and watched it. You can hear you in the audience, friend.
Did you hear us now? You did.
You can be heard in the audience, friend. Especially when they were doing the stare down. You can hear, what you gonna do, Michaela? What you gonna do?
Cause why is she pushing on you like that? Why she showing you her teeth like she a dog? What? What? Get her, Michaela. That was me. So I'm gonna have to tone it down a little bit. You know, it was I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I can't believe I could have.
You're gonna have to go back and listen to you, friend.
Sorry.
It's okay. She was gonna get us kicked out, and I kept telling her, I was like, friend, you're gonna get us kicked out of here. She was like, but you know what they do, Opulent LD? That's the thing, though. The energy didn't start getting hyped like that till we started sitting back on that road cutting up.
Listen, I could not help myself. I could
Yeah.
not help myself. I
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute. Cindy leaning on you. She done moved up on you. What? Michaela, girl, what you gonna do? You can't let her do you like that. Anyway, so it was more people at the weigh-in. So y'all, we on our way out the weigh-in, you know, and on our way out the door, friend, who do we bump into? No. Wait. Because before the weigh-in, the previous day, that Friday, after the press conference, guys, we went back to the hotel, we changed clothes, and we went to go down the strip to get something to eat, right? We went to, because if you guys don't know, Fontainebleau is on the older end of the strip, down by the Stratosphere. It's not like in the middle where all the MGM and the T-Mobile and all of that is, away from that. So we were headed to the hot part of the strip, right? And Fred had gone downstairs before me. And I get a phone call in the room. I get a phone call. And I'm like, now she know I'm coming down there. What is it? I thought she had forgot something. So I answer the phone. What you say, friend?
Come down here right now.
I said, what's wrong?
Come down here right now. I say, Clarissa. She said, friend.
I said, wait, what? She said, she's sitting down here like she a normal person. I said, who? She said, Clarissa. She right here. I said, do you need me to come? Do you need me to come down there? We got to fight. Lord have mercy. Please tell me we ain't got to fight this girl. Friend. She was like, no, just come down here. Y'all, that was the longest trek to the elevator. We way on the 64th floor. So the elevator got to come all the way up there to get me. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I hope my friend ain't getting beat up by Clarissa downstairs. Jesus. Oh. So I get on the elevator. I come down there. I was like, where's she at? Because I'm thinking she sees her from
I was in the bush like the ram.
I'm thinking, oh my God. Y'all, she gonna be beat up when I get down there. I ain't gonna make it in enough time. Lord have mercy. Who? I'm like, where you at? Where's she at? She was like, she right here. I'm like, y'all, Lord, please don't let my friend get beat up. I don't want to be on the news. So I get down there and I turn the corner and I see Clarissa sitting, chilling, minding her business. And I see my friend standing up. So I go over there and it's something in me. I don't know. I didn't call her quote. I said, what's up, champ? How you doing? And I shook her hand. She shook my hand. Y'all, she was so nice and so pleasant to me. What to you?
She really don't like me, y'all. But I gave her a pack of gum. It was unopened. So I didn't want to think I was trying to poison her. And I gave her a pack of gum. It was unopened. She hates me.
That was her peace offering.
Listen, I tried, but she said, you know what? I don't like you. You can take your gum. I'm going to take this gum and chew it in your face, but I still don't like you. She took it and she chewed it in my face, but she still don't like me. And that's just something I got to deal with, and that's okay. That's okay. No, I didn't have my hands in my pocket. I was just standing there normally, like I normally do. Like my friend, I didn't have no fear on me. It was just
she did, because I was nervous. I was like, Lord Jesus, I don't know what I'm
doing. But the way I called my friend was enough for her to be like, what is going on? She hurried up and got down them stairs. I gave her the gum. No, I did give her the gum.
And she didn't ask for gum. Friend offered it to her. That was like her olive branch.
Before I offered the gum, I was like, I would ask you to come on the show, but I already know that you ain't gonna show up.
And what she tell you? What she say?
She said, nah, my publicist don't let me interview with just anybody. And then proceeded the next day to walk into the weigh-in and interview with anybody. Everybody that walked up to her, she interviewed. Drink, I don't know who you got me for. I don't know who you take me for.
Listen, when I say herself at all times, I mean at all times. Y'all, I didn't know what to expect when I got outside. I really didn't. I did not know what to expect. But shout out to Clarissa Shields because
If she
I
could
wouldn't have said
swirl her
nothing
drink
to us.
around in her cup like this and dumped it on me, she would have swirled her drink in her cup and threw it right in my face. I'm like, I'm not lying. She could have swirled it around like this, friend. I would have watched it swirl too. And bitch, she could have bitched me real hard up. And just threw it right on me, friend. Ain't nothing I could have did.
Friend told the girl while she's talking to me, I was like, where? I was like, Clarissa Shields, where? Because I got nervous for her. I was like, where? She was like, she's sitting right here like a regular person. I was like, Lord Jesus, let me get down here. Let me get.
My thing is, because somebody started a rumor on this here internet, but y'all shouldn't trust jail husbands. Somebody said that my interview be different. My energy be different when I be out in public. And y'all need to know I'm always the same. Always. Like, I'm never going to change. I'm this way all the time. Like, that's why I trust bald people or people that ain't been in jail because they lie. I don't trust people like that.
Y'all, I was so nervous.
Friend,
I was so nervous.
My friend called my friend. I said, get down here.
Get down here now.
Here now.
I said, what's up? What's wrong?
Get down
Girl,
here.
Clarissa right here, sitting down here like a regular person. I said, wait, what? She was like, yeah, she right here. I said, Lord, she can hear you? She said, yeah. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, we finna have to fight this girl. Lord have mercy, Jesus. But we did.
That lady wasn't going to hit me.
I ain't know, friend. I was nervous. I ain't know how it was going to go down. Cause see, you know, we be getting kiki. We be kikiing over here.
She walking around with a whole pack of gum in her purse right now that I paid for. Gum in Vegas is $10.
How much?
$10.57. She got a $10 pack of gum in her purse right now.
Y'all, it was a great time. Clarissa was very nice.
Yeah, she was.
She was very nice. And she didn't have to be.
But no, like on some real deal, I'm going to tell y'all some real spill. It'll never happen. I'll get on her and joke all day. I'm 5'2". She 5'9", 249 pounds.
She is not.
Say, man, that's a big old solid girl down to her ankles. I look down at her feet. I say, whoosh.
She is not 249 pounds, but she is, yeah, I would say this though, y'all, because when we saw Katie in the thick neck, the neck is still thick, but please believe that those 10 pounds of TV weight are real.
No, Katie neck and my arm is the same size. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Y'all, the TV puts extra oomph on you. Them people be little. Them people be really small in real life. To me, they be smaller, in my opinion, in real life. But so after that, we walked on down the strip, had us a great time.
Not before we saw Tim.
Wait, because we saw Tim the next day. We saw Tim on the second day, remember? So we get back because after we had drinks and dinner, we got back to the room, baby.
Okay, let's talk. We can't skip that, y'all. We gonna be in here. Listen, we gonna run this story down into a couple of more minutes. But let me tell y'all, my friend, she eat right, so she know places and stuff and all that stuff. My friend took me to go get some food and some drinks, right?
This is okay in the Palazzo Hotel.
This is why we didn't do anything Thursday after 7-8 o'clock because we was laid over. My friend took me to this restaurant and they had happy hour, and she had this drink. I had a drink. I had a Mexican lemon drop. Okay, my friend had something called a strawberry balsamic. Well, one of them turned into 4 of them. And once we got to like that number, we were in a bad way because we didn't know how the hell we was going to get back. We didn't want to walk. But y'all know I don't eat no meat. So I didn't know what I was going to be eating. My friend introduced me to some Brussels sprouts that I must find the recipe too because friend, I've been wanting them since I left. Like I mean, it was just I ain't never had them Brussels sprouts like that. They had y'all ever had some fried Brussels sprouts?
Man, say what is it called? Stone came in the Palazzo Hotel. Y'all, the happy hour. All of this stuff is on the regular menu, but at happy hour, you know, it's half price off, and I'm all about a good deal and a good bargain. I had been there before, so I knew that strawberry balsamic was gonna hit and hit hard, but you wasn't gonna take it. Don't go down like that. But them second rounds, they put a little. I don't know if the bartender he put a double in it, something, but them Brussels sprouts were just as I remembered. Baby, them Brussels sprouts, y'all.
I don't know what they did to them, but y'all, when I tell y'all I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna make them at home, I'm gonna make them at home, friend. It's a must
The
that
Brussels
I
sprouts,
make them at home.
excellent. So we sat our greedy ass up there and drank strawberry balsamics. We ate Brussels sprouts.
Corn
I had some sushi. I had a California roll. Friend had some corn and
and
potatoes.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
yeah. So after we ate that and them fried Brussels sprouts blew up in our stomach and we got back to the hotel, that was it from us. We had so many plans of what we were going to do Thursday night, you guys. We didn't see Thursday no more, just like nobody else did. We woke up Friday morning like,
Yeah, baby. After we took showers and baths, it was a wrap. And the comfortable beds at the illustrious Fontainebleau. Yeah, we were
y'all,
out.
if y'all ever get to Vegas and need somewhere to stay, y'all go stay at the Fontainebleau. Cause
Yeah,
baby,
yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So we get up Friday, do all the weigh-in stuff Friday, right? And we like I said, more people there on Friday, and we do all the stuff on Friday, and I have to leave later. So we getting stuff situated. The last person we see, the last person,
I'm gonna tell y'all about that while she laughing too, baby. Yeah.
the last person we see leaving out is none other than somebody that we have cackled and kikied about a lot on this station. Look at me on this channel. And it was none other than Timothy Bradley. Now, he was standing there talking to Stitch. And before we had seen Timmy, we were sitting next to this gentleman, this pilgrim gentleman. And I don't know who he was. He was somebody, though. Anyway, we were doing our thing, just chatting it up. And he speaks to Tim. And then Tim sees us. And Tim goes, "Oh, there go my girls. There go the queens. I love y'all show." And we like, Tim must they seen all the shows, especially the ones that we talked about him on. But you know what I figured out? It's entertainment for him. I don't know if he has or if he hasn't. I got the feeling that he had seen some of the stuff that we said about him,
He
but
definitely seen the Pavaknovich friend.
he's seen the provocative.
He's seen Pavaknovich.
He didn't even trip. And that's what really made me understand that it is entertainment. Because we say over here all the time, we just joking, y'all. We like a good kiki. That's really the business of it. He was like, "Man, I tell all the women that I know that watch boxing to watch y'all show. I love y'all show. Y'all show is so good. Y'all are so funny. Keep doing what y'all doing." Just very complimentary. And we were like, wow.
If you follow Tim on this here app, if you go over and look at his last live, we're over there.
We're over there on his live.
We're over there. We're over there.
It was
crazy, y'all. Everybody was so everybody had a good word for us. Everybody had a good word for us. And Tim said a lot also. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't too many people doing it like we doing it. And that was a huge, huge compliment.
Yeah.
Especially me, because I'm the one that's always like, I don't know, friend. I don't know. And my friend is always like, friend, we are better than what you think. Just give it some time, friend. Just chill. And so for him to say, like, it was encouraging. Like, it made me
Yes,
want
it
to
was.
keep going. Now I really got to get my stuff together because, like, it's kind of turning into a serious thing where this started as just me and my friend just
Love boxing.
watch boxing. Like, we never expected for stuff to kind of be like this,
Mm-hmm.
but for him to say, you know what I'm saying, it ain't too many people out there doing it like that. Like, do it. It make me want to keep going. So, like, professionalism is really the big thing of the year. We changed the content. If y'all notice, a lot of stuff have changed. It's changing for a reason. So, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta continue. That's it.
Yeah. I was very pleased with how the weekend turned out. And you guys gave us really good input. Like I said, we really were fans giving an inside look at the curtain being pulled back as far as the weigh-in and the press conference and how it works and who's in the room and all of those things. And we saw people with their cameras and, with their professional equipment and whatnot. And here I am with my shaking hand, with my phone, just trying to get a little footage or whatnot. Y'all know my phone did better though. You remember the last time when I was at the what was it, Aerospence, or when I was at Frame, whatever, the last one, and y'all had started me a little phone fun. I got that phone so you could see the footage a little better. But then Janae told me I got to get a little gimbal. What's it called, Janae? A gimbal or something. Anyway,
Ball.
listen, y'all, we gonna be doing. We're gonna. Okay, this was just this was our first little, inside look.
And
We
y'all
wanted.
know what's crazy? Let me tell y'all, because Kay in here, let me tell y'all about Kay. Y'all, Kay is funny. Let me tell y'all, because y'all really don't understand how much we appreciate y'all. We really
For real.
made some friends from doing this, right? Kay came up, she couldn't bring her camera in. So Kay walking up on us like a drug dealer, you guys.
Listen,
She
Kay
said,
had that. Kay had that.
she said, I got the microphones. And we looking at each other like if y'all want to go do some interviews real quick, she was like, look down, look at my hand. I got the microphone. She was like, y'all can take these two microphones right here and go do what y'all just don't understand
I
that
was like,
more
I'm talking
than
about Kay.
anything, because like y'all people, you don't be expecting this kind of stuff. Like, my friend came up there prepared. She said, I got the dope, y'all. Just take it out. On you, she was like, I didn't want to come in here with my stuff. She's like, but I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, I got the shit. Take it out my hand. Like,
She was like, if y'all want to go, I mean, I got it. If y'all
I
want to
got
go,
it. And it was
it
down.
was the best. I was like, that's what's up right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's
So
what
y'all
I'm talking
understand. Y'all
about.
think that like we really don't be like appreciative of the little stuff. We are a girl's girl. Like, y'all,
We
we are
are.
of y'all just being in here, like seeing what we've been doing. Like Coach Amber said, it's a whole lot of y'all that's been rocking with us since the fight party. We ain't never thought we was gonna be in nothing like this. Like,
We didn't have any plans. We didn't really have no. I know I didn't. Let me just say this. I didn't. This one, she always was thinking ahead and further, and what we need to do. And I want to do this, and I want to do that. And so I always would be like, "Well, what you want to do, friend?" I defer to her in that regard. Like, friend, what you want to do? And as we got to know each other, because y'all need to know this too. Boxiana and I did not know each other previous to coming on the fight party. We had never met each other at all. Didn't know her. So we didn't know that we would click. We did not know, because I don't make friends easy. I'm just be honest with y'all. I don't be dealing with people and stuff like that. My friend knows. She know I don't deal with people like that. Everybody that really know me know that. So when we click, and this is how she's a caller. I'm a texter. She would call me and I'd be like, oh my God, she calling. I got to pick up the phone. I don't want to be a bitch. Let me answer the phone. And so I would answer the phone and we would talk and she would be like, okay, I ain't going to hold you long. And she didn't. And she would get off the phone and then we would text throughout the day. But that became normal. So much so where I was like, let me check on her because she called today. So it was a really organic and authentic meshing. For real, for real. So she has always been the one who wanted to push us forward more than just coming on YouTube talking boxing. She had foresight for everything that's coming in Jesus' name. She really did. She had the foresight for that. So I always ask her, friend, are you ready? Are you ready for this? If this and that happen, because you got big plans for us. Are you ready for that? And what comes with that? And that's the part that we are getting to now. Because stuff comes with it, but it's fun. It's still fun. And I always want it to be fun because this was never meant to be like stressful. We are boxing fans. At the very core of us, we are boxing fans. And so it was just really cool to get a behind the scenes look at how that part of it goes. And I'm glad I did because I can pull back from being so about the fan bases and the boxers and he said that about him and we wonder why the boxer that he said it about ain't mad and tight because he knows that's just entertainment. They may not like each other, but it just ain't that serious to them. So if it ain't that serious to them, it's not gonna be that serious to me either. That's how I feel about it. Child, my glasses done got warm. Jesus Christ.
It make you emotional, get you a little hot. Think about it, because let me tell y'all just don't even.
It's the wine. It's the wine, girl.
Yeah, I already know. And then look, and you done got hot. So we gonna get out of here. But before we go, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
I gotta read these super chats. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this, then she can read the super chats because it matters. And then we're gonna read the super chats and we're gonna leave. So I didn't look like this when I went to Vegas.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay. So these dreads have made me tenderhead into things that I cannot do with my hair that I used to could do. This ponytail is actually too tight and I'm about to take it down. But before I do that, I had my hair in this cute little hairstyle, but I did it too tight. And when my friend took me to go get them extensive drinks that she took me to get, some told me at the table to start taking that ponytail down because it was tired of being up. So at the table while we were eating our food, I was taking the ponytail down. And by the time we got ready to go back to the hotel, the ponytail had kind of like sat over. So y'all see how this look? Oh, I grabbed them all over the side. The ponytail had kind of sat over to the side and the wind was high, you guys. So like I had to hold the ponytail down to keep it from flying off my head. And then my friend wouldn't let me take it off before we got back to the hotel. So I had to walk. Okay, what, friend?
First of all,
Janae, like a K-leg, friend.
First of all, on the way there, the wind was whipping and gusting something serious on the way there to the restaurant. I mean, wind was blowing, like picking us up, trying to take us to ours, blowing. Okay. So I'm looking at her like, if this hair come off, I'm not walking back with you to the hotel. I ain't gonna know you. Because if you got to carry this hair back with you to the room, I'm gonna play like I don't know you. I'm gonna just tell you right now, because I'm gonna be shamed. I'm gonna be real shamed, and I'm gonna act like I don't know you. So we get there and we at the table and the drinks is kicking in, and she just digging, like she digging right now. She just digging in that back part that's hanging down, right? She just digging, and I'm like, friend. And then she was digging, and something came loose, and she was like, "Oh, that's it right there. Oh, that's all I needed right there because that was too tight." But I thought it was gonna be over. But then she kept digging, and so half of the flap was like flapping, like it was about to be off. And I'm thinking to myself, if we get back out there and start walking, the wind don't take that. The wind is gonna take that piece off. It's gonna take it off, and it's gonna be a tumbleweed in the street. And I'm gonna be too ashamed to walk next to you with the back part of your head out with dreads, and then this long wavy ponytail. I dream of Genie at the top. I'm just not gonna be able to do it. I can't. So luckily, the wind it toned down, right? Keep in mind, y'all, I had done leg day on Tuesday. So anytime we go somewhere to walk, my calves are tender. I think I tore a calf muscle or something. My legs were so sore. So she laughing at me the whole time we walking, right? We walking and my legs is messed up. Now, once we get to walking, then they loosen up and I'm okay. But initially, from sitting down and getting up, my legs are on fire. So we make it back to the hotel. Thank goodness it didn't fly off, but it's hanging on by like the hair of his chin. I mean, it's hanging. Y'all, we get to that room. My friend sat down on the floor. She on her knees on the floor, leaning over on her bed. And I just see her yanking and pulling and yanking and pulling. And then, boom, the back part had come off. I said, how did you even put that on there? Now, keep in mind, it was glued. It's not sewn. It was just glued. So she done yanked it off. And then now she has a I Dream of Gina ponytail at the top that she unraveling, but she's not taking her time to unravel. She just yanking it because them drinks done kicked in and it's hurting and it's tight and she just yanking. And y'all, I'm sitting there watching her. And I'm like, them locks ain't gonna stand a chance. Them locks ain't gonna stand a chance. I don't know what she finna do. She's just gonna have her locks out. And I'm like, well, friend, did you even bring anything to like make the locks look like something after you take your hair out? Like, how we got stuff to do tomorrow.
I was not there to impress anybody. I left my man in Texas. I didn't have to do nothing to myself.
Y'all, I was just sitting over there trying to figure out what's she gonna do tomorrow? Because right now, looking at her, I'm scared.
But guess what? I went to sleep. My feet balled up on me in the middle of the night.
Y'all,
my friend woke up. I was crying, and then I couldn't go back to sleep, so I got up and I put my ponytail back on.
First of all,
I had a head full of hair. So
we walked a long country mile to and from to get this drink and this food, right? So she had been laughing at me because I had done that day and my legs were hurting. Well, when we did all that walking, guess whose legs started hurting when we took that good nap, that good sleep in the middle of the night? She gets up to go to the bathroom and I hear somebody go, I can't move. My legs ain't never hurt like this before in my life. Nik, I can't move. I said, oh, no. Laughing ain't catch you, did it?
Both feet. It went from the bottom of my feet, up my calf, the back of my thighs. Like, y'all, I was standing in the bathroom. I couldn't even put no weight on my feet. I had leaned over on my ankles.
She was on the walls like this for like 10 minutes. She didn't move. She was on the wall like
couldn't move, y'all. My feet had balled up on me so tough. I'm telling you, I had to lay over on my ankles. If I hurt my legs, I should have just fainted and just woke up on the ground. They was in both feet. When I said both feet, it was so bad, y'all. Like, there was nothing I could do to I didn't have no salt, no pickle juice, nothing to help me out. Nothing. I just had to like suffer in pain. Like there was nothing I could do to stop, y'all. They were balled up for like 30 minutes. I just linked over on the wall and my hands was tucked up like mummies.
I was howling. Do you hear me? I was in tears because she had been laughing at me for the past 2 days. So we sleep, and I mean we slept good and hard. Okay. Got up, and no, she gets up before I do. Right? She gets up before I do. And I'm like, what's she in there doing? You know, she in the bathroom. So I'm like, what's she in there doing? Whatever. I was still sleepy. So I turned over, went back to sleep. she had swore, I'm just gonna let my dreads out. I'm gonna let my locks out. I'm gonna let my hair breathe because this was so tight. This is so crazy. I'll never do this again. Never, ever. I'm never gonna do this again. I'm just gonna let my locks out and let them breathe. My scalp is so tender. She come out the restroom. She come out the bathroom, grinning with yet another I Dream of Jeannie high ponytail. I said, friend, I thought you said.
And I thought I said a lot. But while we're saying things, my friend left me on Friday, you guys, okay? I left on Saturday. But before she left, I checked out of the hotel that me and her previously stayed in together. And I went across the street. If you are ever in Vegas, if you
Now, this is somebody who don't know Vegas. And I told her, I said, friend, before you book your next night, wait so you can see the lay of the land before you book. No, I'm going to just get it now. I'm going to just get it now. Tell her where you stay.
don't ever. You know what? I should have known something when Kay asked me. She said, "Friend, you ever been up in there?" And I didn't think then that was nothing. And I should have, cause Kay don't never ask me nothing like that. So for her to say something like that, I should have known then something was wrong. Hey, let me tell y'all, don't ever stay at the circus, baby. You talking about a crime documentary? Listen, when I got up in there, when my friend left me, I checked in at 3:00. At three something, I did not leave the room. I was hungry that night. I was thirsty. There was nothing in that room. They don't even put you a bottle of water in that bitch. They said, you know what? If you can't go, drink the water in the bathroom, baby. Here's 2 cups. I would never, y'all, when I say y'all never, that was the most no. That was the most no I've ever known. And y'all know me, I'm a hood baby. I'm good in the hood anywhere. When Kay asked me, friend, you ever been up in there? I should have reconsidered the fuck then because ain't no way. Listen, let me tell you, baby, the circus is a deadly place. And I didn't even want to take my shoes off. Like, VJ called. I laid in the same spot the whole time. I didn't even want to get up and put my feet on the floor. Like the bed. Let me see. Y'all remember that room that Junior got Ebony in? That's where I stayed in the circus. And that's all I got to say about that.
I said, friend, wait before you book another room because we could just get the lay of the land. We could see. She was like, no, I'm gonna just get it now.
Yes, because this is the room that Ebony got in. Everything, the floors and the elevator, like they paint those with the paint that I paint my pictures with. Baby, I was better off staying on the streets, on the curb. I be better off staying with a homeless person than to stay up in circus, baby. The circus.
Kevin Bryan says a damn shame what they did to that dog. Exactly.
I'm telling you, listen, I should have known something was up when I was on my way to my room and I seen they had a Popeyes in there. When you see McDonald's and Popeyes too close to anywhere, you in the wrong place. I should have knew then. McDonald's is next door, like within walking distance, friend. Stayed there, friend. I never stayed there.
When I tell you I hollered, I was checking on my friend. I said, friend, how is it? I was texting her. I'm at that. How is it?
Yeah. This is the room that Junior got Ebony in. If you go to Bella Noche's, where can you go? Not circus. I tell you.
No, y'all. This is her. When we headed to the strip to get something to eat and drink, this fountain blue is just so, it's just, I'm trying to get where the people at? Because Fountain Blue is on the old part.
Where my fries was at, I didn't know they was 5 miles away. And I wasn't walking that far, friend. Don't ever go to circus. If you love yourself, if you love your children and your family,
I
Don't you?
said, well, you wanted to be in the hood. That's what
No,
you said
ma'am.
you
That's
want
for
to
the
be.
MGM. That's where I mean the hood. When I mean hood, I mean that circus.
That
That's
ain't you.
that's the pinks and the whites. And if you from Dallas, you know exactly where I'm talking about. That is the pinks, the whites. I refuse, baby. I'm a hood baby, but I ain't a gutter baby. Them two different
Well, two different things. Okay.
things.
Well, my friend made it out. Y'all, fine.
Early. But I was trapped up in my room. I wouldn't even let my man get off the phone. I was scared for him to hang up. If you hang up, I might die. Somebody might my door in and come get me. Please just stay on the phone. The fuck? No.
Well, she made it out. And do you see how cute her locks are? She could have done that the whole time. I don't know why she was. She wanted to be extra cute, and she was. The half up, half down was cute, and the jean ponytail was very cute.
It was a shooting at the circus. See, you know what? First and last, Neverton. Okay?
Eric say it was popping in 1975 though. That was
Well,
before I
the
was
room
born.
looked like it's still stuck there. I'm telling you, it was the room that Ebony got in. And that's all I can tell you.
Okay, look. Y'all, it's been real. I'm gonna read these super chats because I really appreciate y'all coming through and listening to our story and our eventful weekend. Dub Brightside says, "Who gonna match the Queen's putting work in? Nobody, baby." Thank you so much, Dub. Bo Deezy the late bloomer says, "Y'all glowing." Thank you. You know that Vegas sun, honey. Got us right on together and whatnot. Sticks and Jabs, thank you. He says, great job, Queens. Thank you. Thank you so much. Drink More Water says, we have some controversy on that DLH card. Their prospect, Gregory Morales, lost a unanimous decision to Jonathan Rojas. They removed video from Facebook and the L, not on Boxer. What? Not the De La Hoyas is removing L's. Really? We're going to keep an eye on that, Drink. Thank you. Kayla Jones, thank you so much. Keep grinding. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Benaya Wright, thank you, girl. She says, congratulations. Thank you. We have Phenomenal Mexican in the house with the $2 holler. He says, I clown a lot, but I am proud of the Queen's work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Coach Amber came back. She says, please keep the commentary. Most channels who cover them give us the exact same content that we can watch on the official promo. Thank you, Coach Amber. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Because I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. That's why we gotta get our equipment so that I can whisper and y'all can still really hear me well. Because baby, when she started showing Michaela her teeth, I was like, oh no, we can't have that. We can't have that at all. Phenomenal Mexican came back. He says, oh, y'all got recognized. That's why Box Water bougie. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Phenomenal Mexican. She done got bougie over the weekend. Talking about the water. Mm-hmm. Kenton Davis, DJ K-Tail, thank you. He says, as always, thanks for putting in the work. We be trying. We try a little bit and whatnot. Thank you. And do we have anything else? Let me make sure I got everybody. I see you in here, Greg. I don't know if you're still in here. I see y'all came through. Tay, I saw you come through. King Vonnie, Derek Alexander. Thank y'all so much for coming through. We appreciate y'all for real.
I know you missed it. I think you got them, but I'm gonna read the ones that I see that you missed.
Okay.
Here it goes, $20 from Mr. Marcus. Here's a little something towards the equipment fund.
Thank you, Marcus.
Mr. J Good in the house. How you doing? J Good in the house. Love the stories. Proud of y'all. Thank you, J Good. J Good also followed us from the bottom, y'all.
Hey, J Good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let me see. There's some more. Scarcity said you stayed on Grove Street. Boy, go to hell. That's what it felt like. Because when I said you scary, I was scared, boo. Scared.
Hilarious.
TD Harden says Texas girls are real life celebrities. Cute hair.
Thank you, TD Harden.
Said, I'm highly disappointed in DJ. Can we do that on Sunday? Cause I mean, what's today? Friday. Today
Friday.
we do that on Friday. Cause there's very much to be said about that.
There is very much to be said because I need a confirmation from him. Because I know Brian be lying a lot, but I don't know why he would get up on and lie about this because we're going to see eventually. So it leads me to believe that it's true. And yeah, we got to discuss it because I definitely feel away. Anyway, thank y'all. It's been 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. Y'all know we try. We don't be on here that long like that. But we had a lot to discuss. So we thank y'all so much for the support. Friend, you want to close us out?
Shout out to y'all. I hope we made y'all proud because that was the goal, to make the people that started from the bottom with us, stayed with us, the people that came. We wanted to make you guys proud. So I hope you guys are proud. We will continue to hopefully be outside because we didn't been seen now. So now it's a thing. So go through. I'm gonna make some shorts. If you haven't seen the shorts that's up, go through, at least just put a like on them. If you don't, put a comment on them. I'm gonna be making some shorts of this show so y'all can kind of catch everything into one. We working, you guys. Like I said, hope you're proud. We'll be back on Friday at 9:30 Central Standard Time, and again on Sunday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So y'all have a great work week. I'm on vacation, so I hope the rest of y'all are doing just fine.
Oh, congratulations, friend. You earned your vacation. You really have. You have earned your vacation, friend. And yes, y'all, we really appreciate y'all. We really, really do. Go back and watch the footage that the live that we put up from the press conference and the weigh-in. And friend is gonna do some shorts, cut out some shorts. She's put up some, but she's gonna do some more. But yeah, y'all go hit the like button and the thumbs up button, and you can super thanks on the videos now and whatnot. If y'all want to contribute to the equipment fund and whatnot, we would greatly appreciate it. But you guys just coming and conversing in the chat and showing up, and we appreciate that. Y'all really don't know. We have a good time over here with y'all. It's always a good time. And hopefully you guys can bring some more people over here so we can all have a good boxing party and jargon and whatnot. Okay. We'll see y'all on Friday. A lot of good stuff coming up in April. Okay, Brian Norman Jr. made a statement in his fight. We got Boots and Stan coming up. We're looking for Boots to make a statement in his fight or Stan to make a statement in his. Who knows? We'll talk about it as it gets closer. Anyway, thank y'all. We'll be talking about Derrick James. We'll be talking about the merger.
And we're going to close the door. Close the doors. We ain't leaving until we get 40K. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
We're going to move and sap y'all. Okay? Anyway,
Okay.
have a great week, y'all. Thank y'all. Remember your tone and delivery. Okay, it's getting hot. Folks' attitudes be bad in the sun. Okay, we'll see y'all Friday.